steps by steps to successfully take revenge on a narcissist so they submit to you? Is there a surefire way to unleash vengeance upon the self-absorbed, like a narcissist? It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? But let's resist the urge to dive into their toxic realm. Instead, the key lies in cutting off communication and focusing on personal growth. Sure, it's understandable to feel the burn of anger when you're the one enduring their abuse. Your emotions are valid, even if others don't quite grasp the depth of your turmoil. Harnessing that anger as a driving force for healing can be empowering, but veering into irrational rage is a slippery slope. Today, let's delve into the essential strategies for navigating interactions with narcissists. If you're hungry for more insights, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on future uploads. You'll be the first to know when fresh content hits the channel. Now let's reclaim our sense of agency. Have you ever found yourself consumed by wrath towards a narcissist? How do you manage the intensity of those emotions? Sharing your experiences in the comments can offer solace to others who've walked a similar path. After all, solidarity is a powerful antidote to isolation. First and foremost, it's time to stop suppressing your fury. When confronted with narcissists or scenarios involving their presence, most people tend to bury their anger deep within, fearing its potential repercussions. Little do they realize that anger is simply another facet of human emotion, albeit one that can be particularly potent in the face of narcissistic abuse. Reflect on the havoc wreaked by these manipulative individuals. The deceit, the broken promises, the hollow assurances of a better tomorrow, all mere facades to further their own agenda. As they ensnare you in their web of manipulation, they chip away at your sense of self, leaving behind a mere shell of who you once were, discarded and disregarded like a piece of unwanted furniture. The magnitude of such betrayal is undeniably excruciating, reverberating through countless lives, each one touched by the narcissist's callous disregard for others' well-being. It's no wonder you're consumed by a desire to exact vengeance upon them. But let me be clear, I'm not advocating for succumbing to such impulses. Rather, it's about acknowledging the validity of your anger, embracing it as a natural response to their egregious actions. After all, why should you treat them any differently than they've treated you? It's time to assert your understanding and recognition of your own rage as a catalyst for reclaiming your sense of self. Let's delve into the narcissist's desires within the relationship. Narcissists crave nothing more than to strip you of your autonomy and individuality. They despise the notion of you having control over your own life, setting boundaries, or asserting independence. Their ultimate goal is to render you utterly devoid of self-worth, reducing you to a state of degradation and humiliation. That's why you often found yourself isolated and alone, suffocating under the weight of their abhorrent treatment. Their manipulation was calculated to erase your identity, leaving you as nothing more than a compliant doormat for their convenience. The controllers feared the possibility of you discovering your true potential if granted freedom. By exerting dominance over every facet of your being, they maintained a sense of power and superiority. Their aversion to your autonomy stemmed from their own lack thereof. Armed with this understanding of the narcissist's insidious tactics, you're better equipped to make informed decisions moving forward. Use this insight as fuel to take decisive action against their manipulative grasp. Next, let's aim for victory against them. But how? The narcissist envisioned you exactly as they desired, so let's delve deeper into this. Counter their desires with actions that are the polar opposite. Why? Because, much like the mythical phoenix rising from the ashes, you possess the potential for rebirth and renewal if you're willing to put in the necessary work. This resilience is precisely what narcissists detest witnessing in others. By prioritizing your healing and fortifying yourself against future encounters with narcissists, you render their manipulative efforts futile. Asserting boundaries, safeguarding your resources, and embracing your individuality are all acts of defiance that chip away at their illusion of control. Despite their inflated sense of self-importance, their actual influence is minimal. They fancy themselves as all-knowing and omnipotent, but in reality they are neither. Their greatest source of frustration lies in witnessing you seize control of your life and effect positive changes. Your triumph serves as a glaring reminder of their inability to manipulate you as they once did. They anticipated your emotional unraveling, yet you defied their expectations. Your refusal to succumb to their pessimism strikes at the very core of their being, leaving them bitterly disappointed. Their efforts have come to naught, a testament to their own incompetence. It's truly unfortunate for them that their machinations have yielded such dismal results. Let's reimagine this advice. Instead of bottling up your anger, why not channel it into constructive outlets? Embrace your fury as a catalyst for healing and growth, utilizing it to propel yourself forward. In essence, if you seek retribution against a narcissist, consider redirecting your rage inward, using it as fuel to overcome the trauma inflicted upon you. Remember, the pain you endured was inevitable, but it doesn't have to define you. Strive to cultivate relationships built on familiarity, trust, and authenticity, fostering an environment conducive to mutual growth. Acknowledge your anger and seek productive ways to release it, harnessing its energy to fuel your journey towards recovery. Unfortunately, time constraints prevent me from delving further into this topic today. I apologize for any inconvenience caused. I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below and encourage you to subscribe, like, and share this video with others. Stay tuned for updates on our next major video. Until then, wishing you a fulfilling week ahead. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. I hope you're all in good spirits today. Today, I want to delve into a specific aspect of narcissistic behavior that often goes unnoticed until it's too late. The final act, the last trick that a narcissist pulls off before making their exit. As our narrative comes to a close, we often find ourselves taken by surprise, struggling to comprehend the subtlety and covert nature of this maneuver. This challenge arises because we are already overwhelmed by the ongoing dynamics of the situation. Many of you, I assume, have first-hand experience with this, having been entangled in relationships with narcissists. For those of you currently navigating such relationships, it's crucial to understand that the narcissist's actions follow a cyclical pattern. This pattern typically involves the phases of valuing, devaluing, and discarding, repeating itself over and over. It serves as their modus operandi, the fundamental blueprint of their behavior, marked by rhythmic predictability. They follow this pattern not by choice, but because it is ingrained in their psyche and lifestyle. It's a learned skill set that they employ repeatedly, regardless of the circumstances. Intriguingly, these individuals might be thriving in their professional lives, steering successful businesses, or reveling in high-powered careers. Their public personas are so convincingly normal that suggesting they are narcissists would be met with skepticism. They excel in the art of disguise, seamlessly blending into society without arousing suspicion about their true nature. This adds an extra layer of danger to their actions, making their covert nature even more insidious. Yet, behind the polished facade, they transform into unrecognizable characters, often difficult to fathom. The stark contrast between their public and private personas renders them particularly perilous to unsuspecting observers. They might seem entirely normal, but once you unravel their behavioral patterns, thought processes, and interaction mechanisms, their narcissistic tendencies become glaringly apparent. These individuals engage in a meticulous study of you, scrutinizing your behavior, observing your body language, and pinpointing your triggers. However, their predictability allows you to reciprocate. Many of you, consciously or not, have likely engaged in this observation. By paying close attention, you can foresee their next move and anticipate their upcoming actions. Armed with this understanding, you will be well prepared to navigate the tumultuous waters of a relationship with a narcissist, decoding their actions and predicting their maneuvers. In the intricate weave of human relationships, deciphering the patterns of a narcissist proves to be one of the most challenging tasks. Their approach resembles a psychological chess match, a complex game where the ultimate goal is their triumph, regardless of the emotional turmoil they inflict. The narcissist's final act, the ultimate maneuver, is a carefully calculated strategy to break you, leaving you shattered and despondent as they exit the stage. The motivation behind this cold and calculated approach is straightforward yet profoundly unsettling. The narcissist aims to ensure that upon their departure, you remain in the exact state they left you, broken, anxious, depressed, and perhaps contemplating the unthinkable. For them, this scenario is perfection. They revel in it. The absence of compassion, a lack of understanding, and an apparent indifference to your emotional well-being characterize their personality. This satisfaction arises from a warped sense of hierarchy, a yearning to be superior, to stand in a better position than you. The notion that they've left you in such a state provides them with a sense of accomplishment, a perverse joy in the belief that you are left needing them, feeling worthless without them. This is the precise position they aim to establish, a state of codependence where you become easier to control and manipulate, fulfilling their ultimate objectives. The narcissist craves control, seeking malleability and compliance from you. As long as you provide these, they'll persist in the relationship. However, if you begin to perceive the manipulative game at play, challenging and questioning them, they'll quickly desire to eliminate you from their sphere. This is where their ultimate tactic, the conclusive act of destruction, comes into play. Their goal is to divert your attention away from them, away from the probing questions and the quest for truth. Instead, they aim to redirect your energy towards dealing with the emotional turmoil they've induced, leaving you in a state of profound brokenness. In this cruel game, they wield every weapon in their arsenal against you. Exploiting all your triggers and leveraging their knowledge about you, they strive to push you down, leaving you in a state of despair. Their objective is to shatter you, leaving you on the floor, grappling to piece yourself back together. Crucially, understanding this pattern and cycle is imperative. It falls upon you to discern where they are in this cycle, as nobody knows your situation better than you do. Awareness of the narcissist's game equips you with the knowledge needed to shield yourself and potentially disrupt their final act. The psychological realm of a narcissist is intricate, characterized by a consistent pattern of grandiosity, a craving for admiration, and a notable lack of empathy. Master manipulators, they excel in the craft of deception and control, with the ultimate aim of establishing dominance over their victims. This achievement is realized through a complex web of lies, manipulation, and mind games. As the victim, you find yourself grappling with the harsh reality of their actions, their deceptive maneuvers, and the seemingly overwhelming task of piecing together the fragments they leave in their wake. The narcissist's game revolves around power and control, employing a range of manipulative tactics to keep you in a perpetual state of turmoil and self-doubt. Their goal is to instill feelings of inferiority, worthlessness, and complete dependence on them. Reveling in a perverse satisfaction, they derive pleasure from witnessing your broken state, relishing the knowledge that they wield the power to build or dismantle you. Each success in bringing you down enhances their power over you. This power dynamic forms the foundation of their control, enabling them to manipulate and shape your reality to align with their narrative with increasing ease. One of the most deceitful tactics employed by narcissists involves the construction of a deceptive illusion, a fabricated reality strategically designed to keep you perpetually confused and riddled with self-doubt. Skillfully crafting a narrative that positions them as the victim and casts you as the wrongdoer, this illusion serves a dual purpose, enabling them to shirk responsibility for their actions and furnishing a convenient excuse to exit when they decide to move on to a new target. When the narcissist senses a threat to their control over you, they unleash their final and most ruthless trick, an onslaught of devaluation and degradation meant to leave you shattered and devoid of self-worth. This last act is often brutal, aiming to plunge you into a state of profound despair and helplessness. Seizing this opportunity, they assume the role of the victim, fabricating a tale of misery and deceit to share with their social circle, deftly shifting blame onto you. The narcissist's departure is a carefully calculated exit strategy. With meticulous planning, they leave no detail unaddressed as they embark on a quest to secure a new source of admiration and control. Transitioning effortlessly from one relationship to the next, their seamless movement is both alarming and disconcerting. Each new connection becomes a fresh reservoir of admiration and validation, further inflating their grandiose sense of self-worth. In spite of their outward confidence and perceived superiority, narcissists are fully cognizant that their actions are morally objectionable. However, the likelihood of them ever acknowledging this or taking responsibility for their deeds is minimal. To them, such acknowledgement holds no value. Their needs are satisfied, their desires fulfilled. They depart, seamlessly transitioning to their next conquest, leaving behind a wake of devastation and heartbreak. This trail of destruction becomes their legacy, a testament to their adept manipulation and absence of empathy, propelling them forward, sustaining their unquenchable thirst for control and dominance. Narcissists relish the power they wield, seldom facing challenges or opposition. This lack of resistance is often a result of the manipulation, including gaslighting, that renders those around them unable to distinguish reality from falsehoods. Fear further contributes to this dynamic, immobilizing individuals and preventing them from questioning or opposing the narcissist. Employing covert strategies, narcissists purposefully deter anyone from scrutinizing them or their actions. These tactics are designed to deflect responsibility, allowing the narcissist to operate discreetly and evade accountability. Their preference is to navigate unnoticed, unrestrained by the demands of owning up to their actions. Confronting a narcissist demands resilience and bravery, yet it's crucial to recognize that the responsibility doesn't have to fall solely on your shoulders. Prioritizing your well-being and safety should be the paramount concern. The focus is on seizing control of your life, restoring self-confidence, reclaiming your inherent worth, and moving forward with the assurance of your safety. Narcissists operate as agents of destruction, undermining others and depleting their energy due to their inability to generate it themselves. This destructive pattern persists until someone possesses the strength to intervene. However, the narcissist's ultimate ploy, their final maneuver before departing, is to utterly shatter you. For the narcissist, the perception of their superiority must remain unassailable. They cannot tolerate the notion of your thriving, of you displaying strength and questioning their actions. Hence, They resort to crushing your spirit, instilling a sense of worthlessness. In their eyes, you are an object, a possession subject to their control and manipulation at will. They believe they hold the right to dismantle you, abandon you, and return to you as they please. This objectification and detachment from your true self and reality can be profoundly devastating. How can you forge connections with others if you're severed from your own identity? How can you lead a fulfilling and joyous life under such circumstances? The actions of a narcissist set in motion a destructive cycle where the pain they've endured compels them to inflict suffering on others. The narrative within a narcissist's mind is intricate, often fueled by jealousy and resentment due to their inability to experience and express love as you do. Consequently, their only recourse is to bring about your destruction. Narcissists assume the role of destroyers rather than builders, offering no joy, hope, or love, only pain and devastation. Their troubled past, marked by a lack of love and affection during their formative years, contributes to their destructive tendencies. Without experiencing love as children, it becomes challenging for them to comprehend and embrace it as adults, even when freely given. Despite your offerings of unconditional love, kindness, compassion, and patience, these gestures go unnoticed in the narcissist's mind. Their ultimate objective is to dismantle you, devaluing you to the extent that you feel like the worst person on earth. This treatment is unequivocally unjust and cruel, something no one deserves. However, to the narcissist, it's the only method they know. Narcissists take pleasure in the chaos and destruction they inflict, especially on those embodying goodness and purity. Their primary tool is degradation, diminishing individuals to the point where they feel utterly worthless. This becomes their sole means of asserting control and dominance. They thrive on making lives arduous and painful, a pattern often mirroring their own tumultuous existence. This ingrained pattern of destructive behavior, stemming from their childhood, is consistently replayed in their interactions with others. The ultimate maneuver in the narcissist's playbook is to completely shatter you, leaving you feeling worthless, only to inexplicably re-enter your life. In their distorted view, they genuinely believe that you'd embrace them back with open arms, regardless of the pain they've inflicted. It's a surreal idea, isn't it? Their thought process seems to defy all reason and logic. Yet, this skewed perspective shapes how they see the world and their relationships. Confronted with such destructive behavior, it becomes paramount to equip yourself against these individuals and safeguard your well-being. Cultivating the inner strength to decisively reject their toxic influence becomes a necessity. Only then can you embark on the journey of reconstructing your life, crafting a reality that surpasses anything you've experienced before. You possess the fortitude and resilience to achieve this, to write the course and fashion a life filled with tranquility and joy. I genuinely hope this discussion has provided valuable insights for you. Always remember, you have the power to overcome this challenging phase in your life. You'll navigate through this tempest and emerge even stronger on the other side. If you found this content insightful, please consider subscribing and sharing it with others who might find it beneficial. Remember to hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comment section below. I eagerly anticipate our next conversation. Until